Hello, I'm Max Balegde.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy George Clarke, back with another podcast. Welcome to the Useless Hotline. This week is what it's called. TikTok wasn't working out for us, so we decided to set up our own little business.
We did, and the Useless Hotline is a place where we help you with your queries, no matter how weird, disgusting, or embarrassing they are.
Pew, pew, pew. But it won't always just be us, except sometimes it is just us. But that literally is not always, so I didn't lie.
But it is today. Welcome, listeners!
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for coming this week, guys. I know you've been absent the last few weeks.
See you next week. Bye. How are you doing, George?
I'm doing. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I was about to say fruity, but that means homosexual. But no, I'm.
How much to
good.
kiss me on the lips? How much money? Open mouth tongue. Quick.
1 to 3.
1,000.
3, 2, 1.
No.
Oh. Oh, right, okay.
Go on, odds on 3, I'll count you down.
How much? Right, right.
No, we're not there, 'cause that's weird.
No. Why is it weird? Odds on out of 3 to open mouth kiss me with tongue.
We're doing odds on out of 3.
Odds
That's
on out
just,
of 3.
Okay, but,
Let's play odds out.
Right.
But we do it reverse. You know what reverse is?
What?
Where we just like back up into each other. No, reverse is where you.
We do it with the back
if you
of our
get it
heads.
wrong, it reverses, so it's on the other person.
So you
but
have
it's
to kiss
one, But
me.
it's one less. It'd be 1 and 2.
Right, so you have to kiss me. So this is for me to kiss you, and then you have to kiss me. Right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, 3.
Oh.
God,
Does that
okay.
mean I have to kiss you? If we
You've
get
now
the-
got to kiss me, and
Okay.
it's out of 2. Are
Okay.
you ready?
3, 2, 1, 2.
1.
Oh! Damn it!
Oh my god!
Devastated.
I don't ever want to do this again. Why am I even here?
That would
What
have been
is even
such
the
a
point?
good clip as well.
Oh my god, we'll do it again out of 1.
Can we edit that out, please? Who's editing this episode?
We'll do it another episode, but we'll start from 2, and then the next time it'll go down to 1.
Okay.
And we'll do it in another episode. What have you been up to other than wearing that hat? That's new hat, is it?
New hat?
Is it new hat?
No, I've had it a while. I've just got many hats. I'm a bit
You've become a bit of a hat boy, haven't you?
I am, yeah.
You've taken my throne.
Do you know, first... This is really not an interesting
Go on,
story.
the first hat you ever got.
The first hat I ever actually got was a hat with my name on it.
Oh, do you know?
As in,
I
like,
used
customised, not just I wrote in the back of it.
I used to have a T-shirt that my sister got me for
my
my
name on
birthday. That had you wearing a hat on it. How great! When I was 9 years old, before we even knew each other.
That's hot.
No, it used to say my
Not
full
on a
name.
9-year-old.
So it would say Max #1.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was so cool because it was like customized to me. But then I would
Well, they
wear
planning
it.
on having more Maxes.
Maybe not. Maybe actually.
Max free.
It probably was just a naming, like to help them name me. But I thought that it was really cool, and then I wore it for a bit too long, and then I
Couldn't get out of
became
it.
a teenager, and I couldn't get out of it. They had to cut me out of it.
Got surgically removed.
Yeah.
Respect. No, first, I think like 30, maybe longer episodes, I never wore a hat, and I made a conscious decision not to.
See, I used to wear more hats, and I used to enjoy wearing more hats, and now I don't.
Can we do
Make
a
sure
little
we
thing
clip
so
this.
let's do a... I wear quite a lot of hats. That can go at the start of the clip.
Right, okay, and then the end of the clip can be, oh my god, where the fuck have all my hats gone? What happened to all my hats?
Oh, I was having a draw here.
Oh, okay.
That would have been so good.
That would have been a great clip. Donald Trump got shot.
Oh, I do.
You've got shit tons of drawers.
Yeah, don't get me started on my underwear collection. Because it's shit tons of drawers. Don't worry about
Confession. Can I confess something?
it. Sure.
I'm wearing for the first time in my entire life what they call tighty whities.
Chastity belt. Sure.
What they call tighty whities, but they're black.
That's
so
what
they're
I call
not
you, my
tighty
little
whities.
tighty whitey. A
Fair
Lucy
enough.
Blackie.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
No. I'm wearing them for the first time in my life today.
Budgie
Briefs.
Budgie smugglers. Briefs, that's the word. I'm wearing briefs for the
Now,
first time.
why have you put this image in my head?
I've only ever worn boxers. And do you know what?
A loose boxer? A loose boxer is some...
No, these
That's
are
some crazy
tight.
behaviour.
These are but loose boxers are a bit wild. I just think your balls are out everywhere. That's a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's just wearing shorts underneath your
That gives
trousers.
me dirty smegma vibes. Do you know what I mean?
I
though?
don't
It
really
just
know what I
does.
was...
I don't know about
It
that.
just gives me...
Oh, God.
What does it give me? I feel like the looser the boxer, the less athletic you are.
The looser the boxer, the sweeter the juice.
Oh,
That's a song from Hairspray, I think.
I don't think it is.
I think it is. No, I'm wearing tight briefs for the
Oh
first
yeah,
time
keep
in my
talking.
life.
Wait, let me close my eyes.
And I've got a little old winky that's smuggled into them.
Oh yeah, that's.
My bum cheeks are in them
How
as
much
well.
am I paying an hour for this? This is
Oh,
not
but
doing the job.
odds on 1 out of 1.
To talk about useless hotline, guys. All right.
And yeah, it's just quite an interesting sensation. I've never worn them. I wore them out of necessity because all my boxers were downstairs in a freshly
That's
cleaned
why you're supposed to wear them.
In so yeah, interesting. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just never
I
experienced
used to
them
be a
before.
brief wearer.
Really?
Yeah, but then
I would never opt for
the
them.
junk got so big a brief couldn't contain it.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. No,
I've seen it.
I was like, bro, I was literally like 7 when I stopped wearing briefs. That's kind of crazy.
Really? Oh my god,
Yeah.
you started wearing
Have
hats.
I asked you this question before? When you stopped?
I'm not
being,
sure.
When you stopped being naked in front of your family?
Never.
I'm sure I have. I've asked someone this question before.
Mine was high school.
How late into high school?
As soon as I
think I
started
have
high
asked you
school.
this question.
Yeah,
before.
as soon as I started high school. Like, I specifically remember, because I didn't even used to, like, shower that often. Because, like...
What?
Like, wait, I need
What
to
would
give
I
more
mean?
Please elaborate.
I need to give more context. So, I used to have baths, like, and where my mum would, like, the door would be
in them?
open. My mum would, like, bath me. And then when I came
What was your
into...
mum wearing?
My mum was fully nude. Fully nude. While she bathed me, played some erotic music.
Nice.
No, my mum would bath me, and then when I went to high school, I specifically remember being like, "Oh, isn't it a bit weird that like I don't want you to bath me anymore?"
Yeah, Dad, can you
Yeah. So then my dad
can
got
you
in.
come do my bag?
So that was kind of hot.
It's all right once you're in.
Yeah, water's not that bad.
That was the water I was talking about then.
No, we all know what you were talking about. We've all heard the stories of you and your dad. Don't be silly.
I was. Why am I in trouble?
That's a big old throwback right there. That is a throwback. OG Useless Hotline viewers, you remember those times.
You'll know.
Big up George's dad.
Don't
I
talk
mean,
about
I think I spoke about meeting your dad, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
might
I
have
did.
done,
Very
yeah.
nice man. Very nice man. Very big business vibes. He made me want to like do a business proposal to him.
You wanted to propose to my dad when you saw him.
Yes. Yes, I did.
That's kind of wild.
But your mum was there, so it was a bit awkward. I thought kind of inappropriate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Donald Trump got shot.
Yeah, big time.
What are your thoughts? Conspiracy?
I
Was it
really
set
should have put an
up?
ACOG scope on. That's my main that's my main thought. Should have put the practice in. That's what you're there.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what you're there for. But you know, sometimes the crowd gets the better of you. The nerves.
Swept up in the
Yeah,
moment.
you can train all day, but you know what they say: you get hit in the face, and all training goes out the window.
Well, it was America as well, so those eagles that kind of swoop everywhere probably
Yeah.
kind of distracted you a little bit, didn't they?
No, crazy though. Have you seen all the things that like his little slight head tilt?
Yeah.
There's
And have you seen the
absolutely-
woman behind? The woman behind,
Who?
who's like, she's gone viral. She's in the crowd. She's wearing Google
Yes.
glasses.
Yes.
She's wearing Google
Wait,
glasses. The second she presses record on them, and then immediately at that moment he gets shot, and then without flinching, everybody else behind is like, oh, without flinching, she has her phone already up, ready to record, and she just stands there like that. And
Respect.
It's like, no,
Why
but
wasn't she? Where was she when people were filming school fights? Huh?
true.
Just grow the fuck up, everyone, huh? They're not there to kill you. Let's be real here. Although to be fair, you never know with the
Yeah,
world.
I want to go on a night out with
Americans.
her. Everybody always says like, how sick would it be? Like every single friendship group has had this conversation where they're like, if
Yeah.
we like wore a GoPro on a night out, oh my god,
Just bring her
it would
along.
Go off.
She's like got a gimbal built in apparently.
Oh, I
Do you know
like
what a gimbal
that.
is?
No,
Like
I just thought
one
I'd
of those
pretend.
little rigs that sort of make camera movements all smooth.
oh, one of those like if you put an iPhone in it and you'd hold it either side and it'd be in the middle.
Could do. Hold it wherever the hell you want. I'm just gonna gimbal the hell out of whatever's going on.
That's quite hot. No, so what do you genuinely think that the Donald Trump firing weapon situation is a conspiracy?
I don't know. I think
I
it's
do.
we're in an age where everything's a conspiracy these days.
You have to really deep it.
I mean, hey, just look at the last Mr. Beast video. Everyone thought Logan Paul was rigged to win. So
I remember that so
they're
well.
very similar situations.
Honestly, pretty much the exact same if you ask me. Logan, did he get shot as well?
No,
Is that what happened?
no,
okay.
he also lost.
Oh,
So
enough.
not the conspiracy theory doesn't really stand
No.
very well.
I think it is. I do believe that there's something going on there because
I just think you aim towards the middle of the head.
the chance
He
of
turned
hitting.
his head though, didn't he? Just
But
as it
he
happened.
turned it, but the center of the cranius is there. It would have just.
Maybe the guy was
You
just
know?
really bad.
But like,
Everything
also-
about it is just weird to me. Like from the perfect photo ops, the most. If you think about the people that either would vote for him or could be ignited to vote for him, seeing they're all people who think that America is like the greatest country in the
Oh yeah,
world.
I'm voting for him now.
You kind of look like a Trump supporter right now, like in your outfit. I don't know why. I can't explain it. You
Thanks, I
just do.
guess.
No, that's a bad thing.
Big
but
ups to the man.
No, bad.
No, but
bad.
it is bad in terms of what's going to happen
Oh,
now.
because that picture of
those stocks are going straight up.
Oh, the picture of him with blood across his face,
Yeah.
an American flag behind him,
oh.
Secret Service agents all grabbing him and him with his arm up. There is nothing more staged than that. If I got shot,
Yeah.
the last thing that I would be thinking to do is like photo up.
Exactly,
Like,
but that's incorrect. You would think about having
I'd
a
probably go live
Yeah.
and then just let the camera
But
catch whatever it catches.
I think-
but
I don't like the bloke, but that's one of the coldest things I've ever seen.
oh, it's wild.
It's very cool.
If it's set up, it's a very, very clever idea.
But also how this is a thing actually, because have you seen how far away the building was that the person was on
Yeah.
that shot him?
yeah.
That, and then apparently the rifle they were using is like accurate within 1,500 feet or something.
It's crazy.
And he was 400 feet away, so that's well within the range that it would be accurate in. And they're on a building which is one of only like 3 or 4 in the immediate vicinity. So you're like, surely you look on top of the buildings if there's this whole.
Well,
it is slightly odd.
Do you know
but
who
again,
Candace
I'm
Owens
not
is?
in charge of security.
I am in charge of security, so you're perfectly able to speak on this matter. Do you know who
Okay.
Candace Owens is?
Um,
She's this black woman from America.
Candace Owen. No. Candace
No.
Dick fit in your mouth.
Oh my god.
That's the.
Oh my god.
That's the. Hey, internet. You know what I'm on about, right?
Oh my god. Sorry, Candace. In fact, not sorry, Candace Owens. She's a bitch. But anyway, in this specific, so she's a big Trump supporter. She
Yeah.
worked with Trump when he was in office, and she's just like a deplorable, like again, everything that you can imagine. She's basically like Katie Hopkins over there, but takes it a lot more seriously than
Yeah.
Katie Hopkins.
Katie Flopkins, more like
literally like where even are
get
you,
your shit
Kate?
together. Step your stocks up.
She came out and she was like, there is zero chance that this cannot be fake. Like, there is zero chance. She said her own husband, who is like authorized within like the whole people that are allowed to be around the president, once came down an unauthorized escalator and nearly got shot to death by the Secret Service, because that's how vigilant they are.
Yeah.
There's never a single rally, never a single situation where like Donald Trump is going to be somewhere and every conceivable avenue where somebody could see, shoot, anything is not completely covered. Like,
But
there's
then
just
how
no
does
way
it
that
how
this
does it
would
get
happen.
so? Is it not a gunshot? Was it just like exploding ear syndrome? Like how's
No,
it
I
go?
think
about
that-
that. Yeah,
but
that's
then
not
some-
Surely they don't just go, right, we've got this crack sniper on the roof who, like, trust me, he will get the top of the ear.
No, I
It's
think
a little bit too like.
He's going
Yeah.
cartilage, don't worry about it. It's like going Claire's accessories. It's going to be completely okay.
Well, exactly. It's like now everything's under a bandage. How are we to ever know? Do you know what I mean? It's
I
like,
mean, I imagine it will come out of a bandage at some point.
I know, but it'll be healed by then, won't it? And
But
or,
then,
I mean,
yeah.
there's so many things that you can do. If you the people
But there's
that
like
want
a
him.
picture of like the bullet in the air or something like that, I think.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah.
So how's that there? UFO?
No, I think people do think it was still
Crops up
a
on their
rifle.
Oh, and also
it was still a gun.
The gun, like the bullet, killed a civilian as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But was
yeah.
that not the Secret Service afterwards?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
no, that was.
I might be wrong
not,
about
not
that.
the
Like,
civilian.
or
They
like-
killed the guy who shot it.
So this is where the
Yeah, actually,
conspiracy theory
maybe we're
falls
not-
quite
I
flat.
don't know enough about it. I haven't really read.
No, me neither. But I just think it's
This is
straight.
where
I
it
mean,
falls slightly flat, where
Yeah.
where there actually was a bullet and the person who shot it died.
yeah, I think. Listen, I'm just going off purely the things that I've seen from both sides of the argument on the internet. I wasn't there. I'm just giving my opinion on that.
Yeah.
This works very perfectly in Donald Trump's favor in so many ways
Have
that
you
I can't
seen all the-
imagine.
Have you seen the TikToks of them like being like, oh, what the speeches are going to look like now? Like his first speech back.
No.
It's like, they tried to kill me, but they couldn't do it.
100%.
Like,
100%. And it's just infuriating because, I mean, him being shot in the ear does not make him more of a valid candidate or less of a literal criminal. Like, isn't it like 34 felonies that he committed?
But is it not crazy that they're the two options?
Yeah.
That thing.
Oh my God, Joe Biden is fucked. Like, he's actually fucked. It's wild watching him.
Like, if you went round your grandparents' house and then that was Granddad Joe,
I'd be
you would be like,
don't let him drive.
He's not got long left, has he?
No, yeah.
Should we like maybe step it up from 3 times a month to like 4 or 5?
Yeah,
get the
we
most
really
of him
need to.
while we can.
You'd put in the group chat like, I really think that you should go and see Grandad, guys.
Yeah.
Like, literally the same way that my mum is acting about my dog Josie.
I thought you were going to say the same thing with my mum.
No, I just think, what the hell? Like, it's so crazy. When he called Vice President Kamala Harris Vice President Trump, like recently in a speech, he was like, you know, Vice President Trump is amazing, and everyone was like, what the fuck? His literal team went like, oh my God, like, how is this even a situation? I think that Michelle Obama should step up and run.
Oh my, I would love that.
I think that would be iconic. I think she's one of the only people that has, like, their party has such, I mean, obviously we're not in America, we don't see the ins and outs of it, we don't hear about it all the time. All that we see is what's on the internet, but from what I see, like, they need somebody that they have faith in, and they just do not have faith in Joe Biden, which I don't blame them for.
What happens to Joe then? Like, just put him down?
Just have a good time, enjoy yourself, go play golf, mate. Like, what you playing at?
Stick
Have
him
a
in
VK.
like a kennel or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Or just like his own house.
Yeah. Although he'll lose the keys for that, bless him.
Yeah, bless him.
They
what
tried
else
to
has
kill
happened?
me. They couldn't do it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. But you can't kill Trump.
I want to clarify that this episode is not sponsored by White Fox, by the way. We both happen to be wearing White Fox, and I'm about to speak about.
Speaking of Joe Biden, this episode isn't sponsored by a White Fox.
Oh!
Hey! Booyah! White in terms of the hair, not the skin colour.
Yes. Big up White Foxes. Is your dad a White Fox? Silver Fox.
Silver Fox.
Does he have all grey hair? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Almost white these days, bless him.
Ah, Silver Fox.
But like thick head of white hair.
Yes.
I'll be going grey fairly early.
I am so jealous of everybody that doesn't have incredibly thin hair like me. Like, honestly, if I ever, and hold me accountable to this, if I ever suddenly have a head of thick hair and I'm lying about the fact that I got a hair transplant, call me out, because I did. I got a hair transplant.
Hair
100%.
fibres, what about that? Would you ever use hair fibres?
No, I'd just get a hair transplant. If it got to that point, I mean, right now it's fine.
If you,
I'd like to think. Oh my God.
If you got a hair transplant, you know you'd have to just like shave it all off first.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that for the sake of...
I mean, you being bold would be hilarious.
No, it would be so ugly. Oh, I just know I've got a weird shaped head as well. I don't know what my head shape is because I've always had longer hair.
I really want to see it. Can you just do it can you just get a hair transplant for the pants?
If you pay for it, yeah.
No.
Oh, don't want to do it then.
Trying to figure out what your head would look like.
I'm sure it's a weird shape. I just know.
I reckon you just look like a sperm cell.
I think I'd look really malnourished. I think I'd look really ill.
Like a turtle without the shell.
Did you hear what Callum just said?
What?
You've got to be skinny to look malnourished.
Oh.
How dare you? How dare you?
That was good though.
Recovering.
Yeah, bitch.
Recovering from malnourishment.
I'll have you know, I've been to the gym today and yesterday.
Hell yeah.
And boy, are my arms tired.
Hell yeah. What did you do? Just all the selecting from the vending machine.
No, I've actually struggled brushing my teeth because I have to have my thing up here and my chest muscles.
What have you been doing that makes you not be able to do that?
I've been just wanking men off. And my chest muscles are so tender that...
What have you been doing to train the chest muscles?
I went on the bench and I got the
Nice.
weights and I put them up like that whilst I was led down.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you
what
very
else
much.
Did you do? I kind of want to just look at videos of you doing this because I think
I
it'd be
don't.
so. Please,
No.
put a vlog up on your TikTok of you
No.
working out. That'd be the
No.
most funny thing.
No. Do you know what I ordered as well? Weighted hula hoop.
Weighted who?
Shut up.
Is this lockdown again? Where you got weighted hula hoop?
I just figured I love to watch the television and I would love even more to be able to exercise whilst I do it. I want a weighted hula hoop, so I've got one and I'm very excited for it to arrive.
You're such a middle-aged woman.
I agree. I honestly agree.
I've also got wasted wrist cuffs.
I debated those. There's also
Oh,
this thing
you
that
got
you
leg
can
warmers. Do you get some leg warmers?
No,
Did you?
I'm already
Did you
warming
also
up.
order a bob?
Maybe actually. I so could. I think that there's nothing better than getting a cunty bob to go out in public and...
What the hell are you even talking about right now?
A cunty little bob. What do you mean? What is a cunty bob?
I hate that word. What is that bob? Like
A cunty little bob. A little cunty little wig bob.
why is it called that? Why do you have to call it that?
Because there's a difference between a bob and a cunty little bob. And do you want to know that difference?
Yeah, I would love to.
You're looking at it, baby.
Because you're wearing it.
Because I'm
And
wearing the
you are
cunty.
me.
No, I do not. I do not make or break the cunty bob. You can tell when someone, or one of my favourite terms, a fuck ass bob. Some people have a fuck ass bob, and it is so great
so
for
you're
them.
working out on getting a bob.
I could get a bob. Do you know I have?
New meaning of Bob the Builder then.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey?
I like that.
We
are
do
you
have good
fucking
fun.
serious, Callum? Are you literally fucking serious?
That was
That
great.
loud of a reaction for that.
I love it.
The incredible
Good fun.
shit I come up with on this podcast. I'm here giving it out fuck ass Bob. New meaning to Bob the Builder. Whoa!
I said I like fuck ass Bob. I said it.
Oi!
Yeah,
For real.
come on now. You gotta get a just get your wit up.
Right, what am I working with here? Oh, I'm at a
Two
disadvantage.
straight white men.
Yeah,
What's-
clearly.
what's
Fuck
your,
ass boys.
Have you been on Brain Rot TikTok recently?
I live on Brain Rock TikTok.
Brain Rock TikTok.
Brain the Rock
That is such a
Johnson.
boomer response to have you been on Brain Rock TikTok. I love Brain Rock.
Me and Andrew actually.
Am I right, fellow kids? Love the Brain Rock.
Me and Andrew actually, like, cognitively, like, go to each other, you're brain rotting right now, when we realise we've been on TikTok for, like, half an hour and not spoken. And that drags us out of it, and we're like, oh, we need to, like, go to the fridge and eat some fruit.
What's your favourite Brain Rot?
My favourite
Term.
brain rot is there's, like, some videos that I see which are definitely not on your For You page, can tell you that for 100%, where it's just
Right.
a collage of different videos that play, like, different bits of different memes or, like, iconic videos to, like, a really dramatic song. So it'll be, like, Chapel Roan playing, like, Pink Pony Club, which is, like, an emotional sort of, like, power ballad sort of
don't need to tell
situation.
me.
And it'll be, like, a clip, like, 2 seconds of, like,
clip?
Trisha...
Just a
Yeah,
cop-
are you fucking... Callum actually just laughed at that as well.
I just watched
No, I was
click.
laughing at how stupid that
Are
was.
you for real?
I just want click comps on my TikTok.
Oh, my God.
Clip comp after click comp.
What am I working with here, guys? Jesus Christ. And it'll
Shock
be
doesn't
like...
know what a clip. Sorry,
It'll be
Karen.
like a 2-second clip of like Trisha Paytas crying on her bedroom floor, and then go to like Taylor Swift just like doing a video of herself like this, and they're so funny.
Is that brain rot or is that just weird?
It's so brain rot. Oh my God, it's not even. There's no meaning
I
to
was
this
thinking
clip.
more like, like Skibbity Sigma Riz Aura sort of vibes.
I mean, I see that as well. I find one of the funniest things in the world to me, and it's so past its time now, which makes it even more funny to me, is the Fiona Harvey interview, the girl from Baby Reindeer,
Yeah.
where she's being interviewed, but somebody AIs what she's saying.
I don't find those funny.
Oh my God, it's so funny to me. She's with Piers Morgan and she's going, he asked me to goon with him, and I said I don't like little boys without a skibbity toilet. It's so... And she's like, so I
Some of
edged him
them
under
do
the
get me.
table. It's so
I think I just
funny.
saw too much of them over the Euros. All of the football press conferences would always just like AI'd over the top, just saying something that's
okay.
really fucking not even funny. And all the sort of middle-aged dads would be like, so funny they got Kane to say this. I was, no, it's not,
Yeah.
Steve. It's
Right.
not funny at all.
Can we play a game
Okay.
of what does this... It's not even Gen Z, it's more Gen Alpha.
What?
What does this Gen Z/Gen Alpha slang term mean? Skibbity toilet.
Literally make... But this is the thing.
What does it mean?
Because when our parents were like, what does... I don't
Swag.
know, like what does
Swagger.
swag mean? I can't keep up with you kids these days.
Mm.
But there is somewhat meaning behind it, and it's just like a word that's been changed or something.
Yeah.
The sentence around it makes sense. Like there's not that much of a leap. When these kids, when Parents today listening to this shit, I feel sorry for them because they're like, can't keep up with these kids today, and they're like, bro's got Elroy because he was skibbity risen with the brookie summon. Blah, blah, blah. What? I can't even keep up with it. It's just ridiculous.
If my child was like skibbity toilet, I'd be like, oh my god, they're having an aneurysm. Like, what is this?
Arthur here at TV. Like, I feel like he could have a full-on conversation in it. Bro,
he knows it.
Yeah, him and Isaac are the worst for it.
Skibbity Riz toilet, man.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, I just lost some aura points over that Rizzler.
What?
Oh. I've got no Riz and I'm losing aura points right now. Skibbity toilet, brother. What does this mean?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like every now and then whip out like clip that chat. Like,
yeah, I feel like that's more.
But I feel
more
like
well known. That's more. I understand that more.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. It's the ones that is...
And also, you don't say that every now and again. You say it every 2 seconds, just to let you know.
No, but if someone's like, oh, what the Sigma? That makes like...
Yeah, the Sigma, I don't know what that means.
Because if you go, oh, he's such a Sigma, they'd be like, yeah, I saw a clip of this on TikTok of this kid who was trying to explain it to his mum. This interviewer comes over and asking this kid all about all these these words, and he's like, okay, what's Sigma? And he's like, it's like the leader. He's the leader of the pack. And then and then his mum's like, wait, so when you're saying what the Sigma, you're saying what the leader? And then he's like, no, that's totally different. That's it's like the kid can't even explain it himself, but
yeah.
But then at the start of the clip, he's literally going like doing the whole
mewing.
looks
Mewing is a thing.
Mewing, like, oh my god.
Mewing. They say like, oh, that is like, I've been mewing lately, which I think means like I've been slaying.
No, mewing is when you.
I know what mewing is. It's when you're sucking your tongue.
Yeah.
But I think in their language.
Max.
Is it?
Yeah, when you're trying to look smacks, up those looks.
Oh my god, I can't understand.
Do you know what getting mugged is?
Getting mugged?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say getting mugged.
Oh my god, guys! He doesn't even realize he's getting so mugged right now. Bro's getting mugged into hell right now. Does it mean
like you're down in the bog?
No, you're just getting. Whenever you step forward this podcast, like, you just get mugged into.
Like, I'm just getting ripped into.
No, you just get mugged so hard.
Oh my god, my aura levels.
Even in your relationship, I reckon you're getting.
I'm just getting mugged out every night with my skibbity toilet riz.
Does anyone else know what mog is?
Callum has no idea what's going
on. It's where somebody they've just got so much higher aura than you, you know?
Yeah.
Just
that
like
makes sense.
just they just trump your looks, let's say.
Right, okay.
When they're next to you, like, bro's getting mugged right now.
Oh my god, that must be so devastating. I'm glad I'm not being mugged right now. What I was going to say, something that I think like kind of bridges into...
Wait, can we put the aircon on again? Because I am...
Yeah, to be fair, I'm even quite warm. We can't... If you just go up there, George, and put it on. We don't need to cut this, guys, because I'll just tell you a little story about George. George is the sweatiest man in show business.
Well, that's 19 degrees. Are you on crack? Let's get it down quick.
That's his
that is wildly low.
Nickname. He will... George, do you know that saying? People often say a joke where it's like, I'm sweating like a hooker in church. You could equally say, I am sweating like George Clarke in a well-ventilated room. And it would have just as much meaning, because that is absurd, the way that your body functions.
Sweating like...
George Clarke on a winter's day.
Like Max under a bright light.
That's just oil.
Sweating like Max next to...
Skibbity toilet riz.
Oh god, I don't know what we got here.
I think
next to a. Just give up.
I'm happy to move on. You've just embarrassed yourself. I'll try to pretend that it didn't happen and quickly move on and not let anybody realise that George just humiliated himself. Something happened on the internet like last week or something that I think quite perfectly bridges the two of our communities quite well. This guy Sketch, I saw it. Do you know who he is?
Sketch, yeah.
Who's like a Twitch streamer.
What's up, brother?
And then videos got leaked of him getting like absolutely railed.
I didn't see the videos. But
oh my god, I did.
Yeah.
So this is where our communities bridge, because I have seen so many people on the internet be like, guys, you know what? I've never thought about it like this, but like maybe gay people shouldn't be like murdered, and maybe, just maybe, they deserve rights to live. I don't know. I just feel bad on Sketch. And I was like, half of me was like, so it's taken teenage boys like streamer obsession to like be like outed as gay in like a really public and horrific way, by the way, but still outed as gay, for them to finally be like, what? Like, oh my God, so these people are just like normal people, like you and I, which is great. I think that it's great that that's happened.
The bit that I didn't understand off the back of that was, number one, obviously he was getting loads of hate, which you can like isn't understandable, but is understandable just in the realm of the internet that he's on.
What the world is.
But it was everybody felt the need to, and I can understand if you like no sketch and you're like sort of publicly being like got your back, man, like don't worry about it, like but so many people like just being like, I'm okay with this, by the way. And it's like, what? Yeah, of course you are. What does that mean?
I know, but I think because it's such a topic of, and you have to realize that like a lot of it would be like if one of the sidemen got outed as gay, like they would all
I wouldn't feel the need to just be like,
but if everyone was,
by the way, so and so,
but
I stand with you, brother,
of course. But if a bunch of their fans that are also in turn your fans because you're associated with them were hating on that person, and like KSI did a statement saying like, I feel as though it's fine, and then the rest of them followed, you would ultimately probably post something similar. You would.
I don't know.
You so would.
I think it's...
Because it would be the way that the internet works in this day and age is that silence is you like agreeing with something.
Yeah,
so like, if you weren't to speak on it, then people would assume that you had an issue with it,
I don't
which
like
would
to,
be ridiculous.
Which is stupid.
Of course it is.
Yeah, because I see it as then being...
performative.
Yeah, performative. I don't like it. I wouldn't... I don't know.
But sometimes I feel like...
Unless it's like directly applicable and people being like, what the fuck are you saying about it? Like, I don't feel like I need to...
But I think sometimes, whilst things can be performative, it's also just nice to let people know where you stand on issues, if you get what I mean. Like, I don't think there's ever... Whilst it's like, it could be seen as like, you're just doing it to involve yourself in the situation. I think... Yes, on one hand, but half of it is also just to let your followers know that anybody who is of that group that are sending hate towards said person for whatever reason, that you disagree with that notion, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I do get you, but I don't know. I think it's just there's so many different ways to like go about that sort of stuff, the internet, and every time there's like you're like, I'm going to do this because of that. Yeah. Then it's like what level do you go down to until you're like, right, that amount of people I'm okay not to post something for, because like you're always gonna have somebody being angry at you for something. So I'm just like, I get what you mean. Because then as soon as you say something about something, then everyone's like, yeah, but what about this then? And what about this then? And what about this then? Like, you didn't say anything when this happened or this happened. So I'm if I just portray how I am on the internet as much as I feel like I possibly can in like a natural scenario, then if people like know me, then they'll be like, well, obviously he's not going to be up for that. I
mean, you'd like to think so, but people often don't form their own opinions.
Yeah, so it's that
people don't independently think. They just think, like, so one person could tweet, has anybody else seen that George Clarke hasn't spoken up about the fact that Max got punched in the face? Something, I don't know. Yeah. And then people be like, oh, this is interesting. Why has he not spoke out? George Clarke must have been involved in the punching of Max in the face or something. Like, people are stupid.
Yeah,
so
but in that scenario, I'd be happy for, because as I said, in loads of
there'd be a video of you punching me in the face that would eventually come out. Yeah. So that would get leaked anyway.
In that scenario, when there's, as I said, there's like, you're going to have people upset or like asking for things no matter what, I'd happily have the stupid ones who just assume something be the ones that I'm upsetting over other things. So
it's okay. It's easy to say that until it happens to you. You've not been involved in many incidents where people have been like, oh, like, I can't believe George is doing this. You know what I mean? Whereas like when you feel that injustice, I've had it about me where like people have been like, Max has not done this about this. And it's like, oh, he must agree with this, this and this. And it makes you sit there and you're like, my God, even if it's just 10 people, you're like, oh my God, I do not want 10 people to think that I believe that, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's then a different scenario though, because then it's specifically about you. If it's specifically about you being like, Max thinks this, Max thinks that, Max that's
but on like an issue, on like a separate issue, I mean.
I mean, I had nothing coming my way. Obviously nobody's being like, as I said, it's nothing to do with me. Was the idea what I was saying.
I'm confused, but I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's just there's not a right or a wrong way to go about things. I think a lot of people, well, not a lot. There's a fair amount of people that see, as you say, not saying something as
Complicit.
as meaning something else.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's just, I think it's literally just the person. It's just a personal thing on how people want to react to certain situations.
I get it, and I think sometimes if you're not impassioned by something, then you wouldn't feel that like urge to do something, and that's sometimes fine, if you get what I mean.
The way I look at it is, I think whenever someone comes to my account, it's because my aim is to try and just make someone happy and just to try and entertain.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'd rather just do that and that be my role on the internet, and then just I deal with whatever I want in my private life and not have to post about it. Then, like, because if something, for example, if the sketch situation happened to like a friend of mine or something, obviously I'd be messaging him in private. Then it would feel, that's why when it would feel weird to post something. But that's just, again, it's just, I think it's just personal preference.
I get what you mean. It's we have a unique perspective from it, because everybody listening to this will probably be like, not everybody, but like a big group of people listening to this will be like, but you have an obligation as like somebody with a platform to speak out on certain issues, which on one hand I agree with if it's like a relevant thing to you, or if it's something that you personally are passionate about. But then on the other hand, I think, since when did we make content creators like our teachers and like politicians? Like when did we expect them to have the same level of knowledge and understanding and like empathy as like literal world leaders, and like hold them to the same standards and stuff like that? And if there is something that you feel passionate about and you want to share it, like for example, when I did the fundraiser last year, the trans rights fundraiser, off the back of that, I literally, as soon as we finished that, I had so many people messaging me, why are you not speaking out about this? When you're doing a fundraiser about this, then what's going on? And it's like, so I just did this one like really great thing that was a success, and now you're telling me that I'm not good enough because I haven't done it 10 times over. Like it's quite an interesting thought process. And again, it's just stupid.
Again, it's just a case of there always being people that are unhappy. So which is why I'm like, I'll just do it the way I want it then, because the person whose account it is mine. Yeah, I think like,
with the specific sketch situation, I think a lot of the people that were, what I find is that people who have predominantly like male like fan bases, they often to have a very like volatile fan base that can go like one way or the other. Whereas when you meet the people that have that fan base, they often don't have very extreme views, unless it's like a Logan Paul, like a whatever. So I think it's sometimes nice for people like that to stand up and be like, oh, well, actually, you know, don't give this guy hate because, you know, we don't think that, so you shouldn't think that.
I think maybe it's a case of the fact that I've got a fairly broad audience of like the whole TikTok side of things, and like, yeah, no, they do tend to be quite facts that just sit in their ass and watch me all day. Oh, wow. But the whole TikTok and like podcast side of things tend to be more female, and then the way I've got into more like YouTube stuff is more male. So I feel like I'm in that world, but also I've got a female audience that are aware of how I mean, we've done the whole Garnier ally, like been to like Pride Month, and sort of all this sort of I don't know.
Your press tour to rehabilitate your image after you homophobically attacked.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe I just need to just post a load of pics of that.
Yeah. Or we could alternatively just stage another fight and get some press.
How do we even get here?
I don't know. We really went on tangents. At some points, I'm not even sure that anybody listening will be able to understand what we were talking about.
That was great. That was a really good conversation.
Oh, was it a good conversation?
Yeah, that was lovely.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know. Yeah, sometimes me and George go on tangents. But long story short, big up sketch. I think carry on getting your back blown out. You looked awesome in that video. Good on you.
I think it's a case of... I think I think my questioning people posting maybe was less like, oh, you're being performative, more like the question the fact that it's such a weird thing that needs to,
it doesn't even need a
doesn't
comment.
need
You're
to-
coming from
yeah.
the perspective of this is not like he's
It's weird that it needs
publicly
to be
offended
done,
anything.
is
It's
the-
not like he's attacked someone. He's not done
Yeah.
anything that's like bad. And I think that's the position that most people were coming from. They just wanted to share their support in being like, guys, we see that he's getting hate for this, and this is not something that someone should get hate for. So grow up, basically.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice. I think every now and again it's nice to check in with your audience and be like, look, we see all you lot who love me and support me being a bit crazy here. Guys, chill out. You're being ridiculous, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, the only reason I heard about it was because I saw videos on my For You page of like 16-year-old boys. Don't cut me off. I feel like you're going to make that weird.
I never make things weird.
16-year-old boys with their...
What the hell are you? No.
16-year-old boys being like, oh my God, guys, like, I've never thought about this before, but like, you know... being gay, like, you know, maybe isn't that bad. And like even the fact that that is a thought process that's happening in like people's minds is purely only a good thing. So big up Sketch. Let's do a collab sometimes. Good on you. Well done.
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for him in the video of him being like, oh, like you could tell he was like floundering. I had no idea who this man is, by the way, obviously.
His whole, you could tell I think he was just upset because he thought, he'd like lost the platform. That
Yeah,
he was
well,
doing,
he said that his plan was to unalive himself if this ever got leaked.
Yeah, I think he was at least gonna just not post and just go back to normal life or something.
Yeah.
But I think he handled it really well. I think
Yeah.
it was in the video. I mean, when are you free? No,
And I feel
think
like
he.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
I just
I think
interrupted
he
you.
just joked about it. I think it was actually quite funny the way
Yeah.
that he dealt with it. It's
And
like,
I think
I did not.
equally,
I did, maybe.
yeah, and equally, I think he wouldn't have been able to do that if he hadn't had support from like big straight male streamers, YouTube people
Yeah.
posting that
It
support.
would definitely make it easier.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot easier. Can you imagine if they were all silent and this happened? Like, didn't he literally come out and say that?
You know what? That's such a good point about being silent. Isn't just about being complicit, but also actively showing your support as part of that community or not part of that community does mean a lot for the people that are putting themselves out there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, even like, oh my God, hilarious life update. So in my town where I'm from, they did their first ever Pride,
Oh yeah.
which was like a big deal for them, but it was a bit of a shit show. Not like a shit show, but like it wasn't organized by the council. It was organized like independently by people that didn't really know what they were doing, but it turned out okay. But as you can imagine, like in like the local Facebook groups, this caused this storm. Why the fuck do we need that? Like, oh, they're all just showing off, their attention seekers, this and that. And then people were basically being like, why do we even need a flag? Like, this is disgusting. But when you deep it at its core, it's like, if I, growing up in the town where I was from, who like got on the school bus and heard homophobic slurs, heard my own friends like speaking very homophobic things, just as normal, casual conversation, not in like a, we fucking hate this person, just in a way of like, oh, this is just normally how we speak. If I, at like 13, 14 years old, saw that that same town was doing a Pride, who's to say that by the time I turned 16, I wouldn't have come out because I wouldn't have felt safe to do so.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as like, whilst you don't necessarily deep from an outsider's point of view, how much just visibility and the conversation being open can help those people. When you are that person that's directly affected by whatever, it does massively help you in the long run without you even realizing the impact that it has. So, I mean, in this same conversation, I think that, you know, being vocal is probably very helpful.
100%.
Very true.
Oh, I'm so intelligent. That's crazy. We have an email that's just come through.
Hell yeah, we do.
Hey boys,
Hey
I've just
boys.
graduated from uni in London and have been on Hinge on and
Wow.
off for the last 3 years while studying here.
Oh yeah.
There's one guy that I really like the look of, whose profile has popped up a few times. However, my friends sent him a rose last year while messing around on the account, and he didn't like me back. Mortified.
Damn.
His profile has come up quite a few times since, but I don't know if I have it in me to send another like. What are your opinions on sending multiple likes to the same profile if you haven't matched in the past? Guys do it to me all the time, and sometimes I change my mind if they've updated their photos and gained more of a personality in their prompts, but I don't know. Would like your guys' perspective. I mean, I thought that the end of this was going to be that it was your Hinge profile.
No.
And I know that you did as well,
I
based on your
kind of
smirk
did
on your
an
face.
Anton from Live Island then. I'll be completely honest.
Why, what does that mean?
You know, this boy's got a really nice body, and then he's like...
Oh, I see. Were you smiling, expecting that it was going to be
No,
you?
I was doing like a...
No, it literally doesn't say you in it. Lol. Maybe your Hinge profile shit.
I don't know. I mean, it's not going to hurt.
I'd say more than...
Going
I'd say
again.
twice is acceptable.
Yeah.
Constant is a beg. And
Yeah.
weird.
But eventually, what's the worst going to happen? I'm just going to exit.
No, but it would
You don't
make me
know 'em,
look.
so-
It would make me look worse on you. It's like when people send and unsend
Yeah, you're
messages
thinking
on
from
Instagram.
like a having a
Oh, go on, insult
following.
me.
And, no, you're thinking of having like a following and people be
No,
like, oh my
if
God.
I was on Hinge, I'd find it weird if someone
Yeah, but
repeatedly liked and
again,
unliked
but
me.
they just cross and then they have no idea who you are. You just move on. Like,
Yeah, true, I guess. How
Um,
does Hinge work again? I can't remember. So they like you, and then that shows up, and then you have to like them back.
How does dating work again? I've been in a relationship for so long.
I
What
just
the
can't
hell?
remember.
How do you even find them these days? I don't know, Max. All right, I don't know. Huh? How about that?
How does it work?
One of you sends a like, the other one says if they like you back, and then you can talk.
Is that the equivalent of like matching on another one?
You match on this.
Can we get a chain going in the comments? If you have ever matched with George on Hinge, please comment down below.
No,
Oh,
please don't do that.
Please comment down below, and
Send us a
I will
screenshot of his
personally message
profile as
each
well,
of you.
please.
Yeah, send us screenshots of the messages.
But I've shown you my
of his
profile. I'll happily
nudes.
show you my profile.
Have you ever sent nudes?
Ever
in your life?
I have no idea
Before?
what you're talking about.
Even if he had, he's not going to say it now because
Why
we're going
not?
to look for it.
I
Or
know,
like-
but nobody will find it, will they?
Yeah, but maybe not after being like, hey, everybody send everything in that you've got of George. And then being,
True. Good point. Good point. I'm shocked that my nudes are not on the internet. I feel like we spoke about this before.
Yeah, you have.
Because when I was single, I defo sent nudes to like anyone
I
and
don't know why
everyone.
you keep bringing this up. It's
I'm
like you
waiting
want your...
to stumble across him if I'm
No,
honest.
but I've looked. There was a web page on the internet that people posted saying that they had my nudes, and none of them were me. But I was kind of like, might just let that out there because they look quite good,
I might just leak like a really big penis.
and just be like, "Oops."
Whoops.
Yeah, post it on Twitter by accident.
Whoopsie doopsie. Sorry, guys.
Good idea. Yeah, I mean, I guess my advice would be that it is weird, and maybe you should stop.
Yeah, I think if they come up again, just be like, oh, look at this, tee, but don't keep doing it, and then just carry on with your life. There's loads of
Yeah.
people on that app. Trust me, I've been through them all.
Absolutely. Right, George, I'm just going to forward you an email if that's okay.
Thanks, Poppet.
You're the worst. Whilst this dilemma is printing out, I just think that this is a good point to maybe announce to everybody that we are going to be at Reading and Leeds Festival this summer.
Ooh. So if you like books or dogs, you're going to love this shit.
Yes, due to big demand, we are doing Leeds Festival as well. We were just announced to do Reading, and all of you legends kicked off, and now we're doing Leeds as well. So you'll
Oh,
be
yeah,
happy
you
to
are.
know.
So Leeds on the Friday, Reading on the Sunday.
Yes. So come
And then
see us in some
partying
tent.
all night long on the other days.
It's actually going to be lots of fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
I think it's going to
You
be
guys are
amazing.
underestimating how much fun we're going to have.
I'm well equipped.
I-
Don't you worry.
No,
baby.
he's not. I've
Ooh.
seen. Can you...
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we saw your
sorry.
news. We're not that quick.
No, I think it's going to be so much fun. So, make sure you've got tickets. If you're not, and make sure that you actually come to us because it'll be really embarrassing if we get there and there's 10 people in the tent waiting for us.
And we'll
So,
announce
please.
what times and stages. And
Yeah,
days.
closer to the time. But that's all you need to know for now, baby. Get your tickets.
What's cracking, people? George Clarke here, coming at you with a juicy little dilemma. Hi guys, I'm going through a midlife crisis. YouTube's changed. It sounds like a sort of 2012 intro to a video, right? Hi guys. Shut up. Hi guys, I'm going through a midlife crisis. I'm 22 and I think I'm only capable of liking famous people. I haven't had a crush on a normal person since 2019. I only fancy famous people. There's a reason they're famous. All my friends know me as the single friend because I'll never find anyone who can excite me the way a celebrity does. It's even got to the point where I fancy Chris MD. Damn, you are down bad,
That
girl.
was quite a rude way of saying that.
The bar is on the floor. It literally has to be so he can reach it, which is rogue considering I'm a 22-year-old woman and I know that's not quite his fan base. It also doesn't help that I've grown up reading romance books, so I have quite high standards, and not a brag, but I do pull on nights out, but I lose interest so fast and would rather watch edits of Lando Norris or Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin's he does like wildlife sort of things.
That was my second guess.
I need advice as to how to go about life. Thanks, lads. Your dilemma there is, your advice you want is just life advice. I don't know.
I mean,
how about you just go to every single meet and greet possible?
No, bad idea. No, I think that it is weird and you should grow up. These are hypersocial, what's it called? Hyperfixation relationships. Parasocial relationships.
ADHD.
I think that it's normal to develop crushes on people that represent somebody that like you are interested in, that you enjoy watching,
Amen.
and that you wish that you would meet someone like that in the real world.
For example, you fancy
myself.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But I think it's also important to realize that like a lot of these people are, especially if you fancy
homosexual.
someone based up that, yes, definitely, especially
don't
for
like
SMD.
your back.
But I think
small, 5'6".
Also, a lot of these people, you would probably meet them in person. Like, for example, just pulling names out of my hat here, George Clarke.
Big time.
If you saw his videos, I get it. Seems charismatic. Seems like a fun, entertaining, bubbly person. In reality,
you really
couldn't
get
be
it.
more different than the truth. Literally sits there, smells quite severely. Always wearing hats nowadays, which is so weird because I swear the first time that I met him, at least like the first 30 times that I met him, he didn't wear a hat, and suddenly he's wearing hats. Just a general
baby.
garbage person. But I think realize also that the chances of you meeting somebody,
the chance of you getting a chance with those kinds of people is so low.
But if somebody,
notice the part where you said you're a normal person. Yeah, doesn't work like that, guys.
God.
Get your heads out your ass and get real.
if you met somebody and they were like, "Oh my god, I'm a huge fan of your videos," and like I'd love to like go on a
I'd physically gag. I'll go.
date, would you
Disgusting. Get away. How did you get into VIP? Get out of here, stinky.
Oh my god.
Jesus,
Would you actually ever go on a date with a fan though? Would you go on a date with a fan?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know. How big a fan are they?
Why did you get so many with so many of those girls
Nice.
at the meet and greet?
Hey, do you want to try that again? hey, editor, can we edit around that mistake that you just did? How about that? Huh? Little Stutters McGee over here doesn't really work, does it? The insults when you stumble over them.
Take your fucking shit hat off now.
Yeah. Hey, right back at you, pal.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would find it uncomfortable unless they were really hot.
Is it bad that I agree?
If I was single and someone was really fit and they were like, "I love your videos," I'd say, "Well, suck me off then."
You are so fit. What at what level are they considered
14 plus.
No, okay. Good age.
Joking. I'm joking.
At what level are they considered, like, because if you were a creator and another creator came over and said, "Love the videos," you wouldn't then be like, fan zoned. Would you? Or would you?
No, I
At
think
what
I'll-
level are they fans?
Yeah, at what level do you go, "Hey, you've made it into the bracket"? Is it when they've got...
I mean, I am
What tax
quite,
bracket are you in is what you asked.
I'm quite open in that I've been known to like do you remember when we were literally
Kissing?
on tour and
Yeah.
we went out
thing.
in Belfast and
time?
that hen party who loved me, adored me, like kept saying that I was the best, most hilarious person in the world.
Yeah.
We ended up basically like spending like a whole 2 hours with them because I was just like having the best time chatting with them.
Yeah.
So I don't typically like meet people and then are like, leave me alone. I know people who do that because that's where their comfort zone is and that's like where they draw the line. But I don't necessarily write someone off as like, fan, you're there.
Oh,
that's
no.
that.
Yeah, like, fully, like,
No.
I would chill.
No, you don't. Yeah, I've seen you hit people. Anyway, moving on.
Hit on people.
I think that I would feel to the point where, we're not actually going to like develop a true friendship after this. Like we can have a good time, but I'm not going to like follow this up and like follow you on Instagram and like be friends. If someone did come at me with like knowing stuff about like our podcast or like like my TikTok and stuff, just because it would make me feel as though a little bit like I am taking advantage of someone a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that weird to say?
No,
Like I
I
would
think-
feel a
yeah.
bit weird about that, because I wouldn't want to have like a proper friendship with someone who puts me on like a pedestal.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I do get you. But I
I
think-
have a question. Sorry.
I'm ready.
Going off the back of that, of like meeting people that kind of know about you, might know about like what you do and all that, and they're almost fans, but not like fans.
Yeah.
What about people in the industry that you meet that are like that? Maybe not necessarily other creators, but people that work in this space and obviously are very aware of you. Is there also an instant barrier of like, okay, I can't be friends with you?
Like people who would like work on shoots and stuff.
Stuff like that.
I don't
yeah.
think so. No, I think I'm quite people who understand that the person who is in front of the camera is a different person when they're not on camera, or like they're not constantly like that. I often bump into people on nights out who have this expectation of me that I'm going to be wild, crazy, let's do this, let's do that. Oh, he's fucking mental. Whereas like when I meet people like on shoots or other creators and stuff, there's like this unspoken sort of thing of like, oh, we're normal people behind it all and we're not like crazy, wild, fun, carefree all the time. So I would feel a little bit more comfortable, or just people that generally understand a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that I do find myself in this point. I think I was actually speaking about this recently. Like, I struggle now to make new friends that aren't in the industry. Because there's very few moments. If you think about my life, I'm at home with Andrew, or I go out like with my friends where I want to enjoy my time with them because we don't get to see each other that often.
Big time.
Or I'm out with like work people or like other influencers, or like at shoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's very few moments where I actually get the opportunity to like meet someone, which is quite sad when you think about it.
But I don't know how many like if you changed up the scenario. Hold on. Let me switch up the language. If you'd meet any
That was so skibbity toilet. You just lost aura points for that. No raise.
If in a regular job, if you'd be meeting that many people outside of it, I don't know if that's because like you've got your friends from school and then you love like your like work friends, which is what we are friends in the industry are, and then who do you meet outside
No, I
of
get that. I think when you're an
Squash
adult,
club, badminton club. I don't go
Yeah.
to those things. That's the only other two places that I can think of.
I think when you're an adult, your circles get smaller and it's harder to meet people. But I was speaking on more so the fact that I feel more closed off as a person since being in this industry.
Although that being said, sorry to just make this all about my incredible climbing abilities, but when me and Chris went to climbing club, which I'm really upset we haven't been able to go to recently, because he's had an injured shoulder, and I've had a injured ego.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, because we went and it was just like really cute and it was like
Yeah,
really
you'll meet
fun
people.
and wholesome.
Yeah,
and
that's
they,
nice.
They didn't know who we are, but when they found out, they were like, "Oh, cool!
I think
Now
that's
climb
nice.
that wall, bitch." We said, "All right,
I
I'll
think
climb that wall for you."
I think
Sorry.
maybe that's the thing then. I mostly now go out to places where if I meet someone, it's either because I'm working with them or because they recognize me. Because I don't do anything other than just go out to a club or with my friends.
Yeah.
Or like stay at home or go to work.
Which is something I think.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it also counts on the scenario that you meet them in, as you said. So like if it's like a fan outside of like an event or like a tour or like in the street or something, then it's much more, this is a fan encounter. Whereas if it's, say, at a running club or something, then it'd be like, oh, they might know who I am, but this is like a mutual basis that where we're sort of equal that we've met at, and it's less of like a, oh, let's get a pic. It's more,
I think anybody would feel
let's hit
like
up
that.
a PB, bitch.
Yeah, I think if anybody would feel like that if they were in our position, because you just would. It feels like an imbalance. If you meet somebody and they already know so much more about you than you do about them, then it feels weird. It feels like you're abusing that situation to get like friendship out of someone, or to like I don't know.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel a bit more closed off, which is sad, but also I think just comes from being a bit more defensive because I don't know. Weird. Oh, and do you know what? I can hear the phone ringing.
Can you bloody
I actually
really?
can. How crazy is this? Hello, Max and George here.
Hi Hi, Max and George.
What's up?
I'm from Australia and I visited London for the first time very recently. I was there for a while. I went to the Pride Parade, which was heaps of fun. I saw lots of West End shows and I explored the city. I was a little bit hopeful that I might, on the off chance, bump into one of my favourite influencers, for example, like the Max Balegde, someone of that calibre.
God.
However, I only ran into one person that I recognised. Elphaba. I've flown to...
Hang up. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh my God.
Imagine traveling half around the world for that.
There should be a helpline, that's all that I can say. Unfortunately, one does not exist right now.
I haven't heard much from the old Faba recently.
Thank God.
What's
Thank God for us all.
What's she up to?
All that I've seen is that she tried to live in homeless accommodation, I believe, and then got
I
kicked
assume
out
she
because
wasn't homeless.
no, but she has more money than most people, and then, but now is being like kicked out of like different housing places or something for not being able to pay bills and also being a nuisance by singing like constantly.
I saw a TikTok of her just turning up at some random person's house and singing in the living room.
Oh my God, I saw that and it was so funny. And someone was recording it from the outside and she's
Yeah.
like, ah! Like at like 5 a.m. That made me
Yeah.
laugh so much. Oh God, it's just
Respect,
it's
though.
a crazy time. But
Hey, you're on your own grind.
Exactly. And
Keep
I think
smashing it,
people are
Father.
mad at her because they're like, well, so you now can't afford your rent, but you spent months where you would get thousands of pounds a week going out and buying really expensive shit.
Yeah.
Did you see when she got kicked out of a flat and they found like literal like shit stains like in the bedroom, like underwear with literal shit stains all over it, like that she just left there in the room that she was never coming back to.
Is she doing anything that's like problematic anymore, or is it
I think she's just a big girl.
Is it just a poor living situation and money?
I think it's
handling
problematic
abilities?
considering that she got a lot of her money on the basis of help me transition, and then has used it to buy like designer stuff and now has run out of it and is complaining about it. That's quite problematic. I don't know, but the green cloud of smoke is no longer in our lives, thank God, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do we have time for one more?
Hope everything
Okay,
gets better,
baby.
Father.
One more. I'll set it to print. There we go.
It's all up from here, Fabs.
By the way, if you would like to send in a dilemma to the Useless Hotline podcast, please do so via our email, theuselesshotlinepodcast@gmail.com, and also send in some voice notes. We love it when you ring us on the phone, and we love it when we print out your letters.
Yeah, and can you send in a Tupperware container full of your excrement as well?
Okay, moving on. Hi from Toronto. Hi, Toronto.
Name or place?
Firstly, I wanted to say I love the podcast and I watch every week. By the way, George, you're my favourite. Sorry, Max. Fuck you, Toronto.
Hey.
I'm never going there.
Assumed so.
Seems like a really horrible place.
How would you? It seems like I can't be bothered.
Moving on. Anyway, I'm a 28-year-old girl, almost 29, and I'm not getting any younger. I haven't had the best luck with guys. I've been on one date, if you can tell that, and I've talked to guys on dating apps. Every time I talk to someone, I overthink what I want to say, and I get in my head every single time. Then I end up sounding non-genuine or just rude. I'm not a rude person. I'd like to think I'm nice and I've got a big heart. Most of these problems stem from having a traumatic home life where communication just lacked in every aspect of my life, and now is haunting me in my adult life where I'd like to find a husband someday, hopefully soon. Help, please. Also, you did your UK tour. When will the North American tour happen? Thanks. First of all,
Dilemma or trauma dump?
yeah,
Crazy.
we are probably not qualified to say this. What I would say is use our code for BetterHelp. That's TUH, whatever the rest of the code is, and speak to a licensed counsellor, because we are not that. But maybe chat to your family and say, "Hey guys, why have you given me this trauma for? I can't shag anyone now." And maybe they'll say sorry, and maybe you'll get laid.
Someone will turn up. Out of the blue one
Keep
day.
telling yourself that, George. It's not going to happen. North American tour. I mean, that would be amazing. Do we have the facilities to do that? I wouldn't say so, but
No,
comment down below if you are a North American fan and you would like us to tour that.
We shall do one singular venue in North America,
Yeah.
slap bang in the middle, about 200 people.
Yeah.
200 people, then we'll probably give about 50 seats away to PR.
Yeah.
So if you fancy it, we'll see you there.
Get tickets soon. What was I going to say? I feel like we've been actually very helpful this episode, and we've changed a lot of lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if she was looking for advice, a place to get advice, the Useless Hotline is one to run to run.
Do you know, you start quite strong at the beginning of the with full of energy, and then you kind of peter off into nothingness.
Well, where do you think you've petered off into, huh? Where did you start?
I
The
started
slums.
full of. Wow. On that note, thank you so much for listening. Also want to say thank you all for being really lovely to me in the comments of the last episode. I felt quite cringe because it felt like when I was reading the comments, it made it seem like I was like begging for people to just be nice, which I was not trying to do. I was just having an open dialogue about my thoughts and feelings, but I appreciate that a lot of you were very responsive to that. And it's nice to know that people enjoy the podcast and aren't always vocal about that, which is understandable. I only really comment under George's videos when I'm leaving hate comments. So
Exactly.
like, you know, it's more difficult to just give that positivity. So I really appreciate it. Keep it coming. We love to hear nice things about ourselves. And the podcast as well. What are you enjoying about the podcast?
Hey,
what do you want to see from us?
If you
Let us
made it,
know.
if you made it this far, comment down below your favorite animal with a PEE paragraph as to why.
Oh, thank you so much. And again, if you would like to send in a dilemma, please do so via our email, theuselesshotlinepodcast@gmail.com, both written and audio ones, please.
Hey, brothers and mothers and all sorts of others. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you so you get notified every time we upload. If you're listening, perhaps you might want to smash that 5-star rating. Download us so you can listen to us on the go. And I don't know, share this vid to 5 friends to get good luck.
Bye.